Hello dear students, let's start a new topic, relative molecular mass or molecular weight. This topic from chapter 5 of class 10th in subject chemistry. Let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 83. Now relative molecular mass. The relative molecular mass, the definition of the relative molecular mass is same as the definition of the relative atomic mass, but in relative atomic mass we can use calculate or determine the mass of atom, and in relative molecular mass we can determine the mass of molecules. So come on the definition. Let's the relative molecular mass or molecular weight of a compound or molecule is the number that represents how many times one molecule of the substance is heavier than 1 by 12 of the mass of an atom of carbon 12. So it means that the relative molecular mass of a compound or molecules is the how many times the one molecule of substance or a molecule is heavier than 1 by 12 of the mass of an atom of carbon 12. But this is generally using in the definitions. This is used for the definition of the relative molecular mass. But the relative molecular mass of a molecule can be obtained by adding together the relative atomic mass of all the various atoms present in a molecules. Simply just we can add the total relative atomic mass of the various atom which present in a molecule. Let's see an example. If we want to calculate the molecular mass of CO2, so as you know that relative atomic mass of carbon equal to 12, relative atomic mass of oxygen equal to 16. So just we can add the total relative atomic mass of the total number of atoms present in a CO2 molecules. So here the relative atomic mass of carbon is 12. So just the molecular mass of CO2, the molecular mass of CO2 is equal to the atomic mass of the carbons 12. Now the total number of the carbon in CO2 is 1. So just we multiply with 1. Now add the atomic mass of the total number of atoms of oxygen. So here the atomic mass of the oxygen is 16 and the total number of oxygen atom in CO2 is 2. So we multiply with 2. After calculating, so 12 into 1 12 plus 16 into 2 32. So total molecular mass of CO2 is equal to 44 atomic mass unit. So the definition is just relative terms, but whenever we are going to calculate the molecular mass of a particular molecule, then simply we add the total atomic mass of total number of the atom present in a particular molecules, as like this. So the molecular mass of the CO2 is 44 AMU. It means that the CO2 is 44 times heavier than the 1 by 12th of the carbon 12 atoms. So the molecular mass of CO2 is 44. It means that the 44 times CO2 is 44 times heavier than the 1 by 12th of carbon 12 atom. So it can be simply determined by just adding the total number of just adding the atomic mass of the total number of atoms present in a molecules. Next, the relative molecular mass of H2O is equal to the atomic mass of the hydrogens and 2 atoms of hydrogen in the H2O, so we can multiply with 2 and add the atomic mass of the oxygen. Here the oxygen has only 1 atoms, so just we can write the atomic mass of the oxygens. So 2 into 1 plus 16 total equal to, after calculating, 18. So the relative molecular mass of the H2O is 18. It means that the H2O is 18 times, H2O molecule, water molecule, is 18 times heavier than 1 by 12 the carbon 12 atoms. So this is all about the molecular mass, relative molecular mass. Okay, thank you.